Are you tired of the overwhelm and the nonstop anxiety and ready for simple, doable steps to beat burnout, support your body naturally, and process the heavy emotions through a biblical lens? Then you're in the right place. I'm Cassie, wife, mom of 5 home-birthed babies, and a trauma-informed women's health coach who crawled out of deep burnout myself. I learned how to rebuild my energy and my identity from the ground up. If you're ready for steadier energy, emotional stability, and joy that doesn't evaporate by noon, then grab your not coffee, take that one quiet breath you're going to get for the day, and let's dive in. Because if you're waiting for a perfect moment, you might as well pencil it in for never. Hey there. Welcome back to another episode of Christian Wellness for Weary Women. I'm your host, Cassie Hutton. And today I want to talk to you and just encourage you to not give up on the journey in your healing process that you're on. I know how frustrating it can be when healing isn't happening on your timeline. I know how frustrating it can be when you feel like you have a setback in your healing journey. I know how frustrating it can be when you're 4 years in and there's still symptoms that have not resolved themselves. But I want to encourage you, don't stop, don't look back, keep moving forward, keep doing what you know to do. And yeah, there might be some adjustments that you have to make along the way. There might be some things that you have to tweak. And there might even have to be some things where you get a little bit more rigorous, like some elimination diets that you have to do along your journey. Although probably a lot of you have already done some elimination diets that you feel like didn't work. And if you haven't tried the GAPS diet, I really encourage you to do that. Or something simple, just like adding meat stock into your daily diet, adding fermented foods into your daily diet, so that you can rebuild your gut microbiome, so that with that's what the fermentation does. And then with the meat stock, that is giving you the collagen, and all of the gelatinous cuts of the meat are absorbing all of those nutrients that your body needs to heal and seal the gut. And so along this journey, I want to kind of give you a little bit of scientific, like what the body does, what it takes for the body to heal, or this length of time that a lot of people want to know. How long is this going to take me to heal? Because Western medicine has lied to us and told us that basically you can just go to the doctor, get a pill, your symptoms get better. That easy, that quick. In a week's time, you feel better. And that's just really not the case. That's not the way that God designed our bodies to heal, because He designed us to be in tune with nature and the process of how nature does things. The process of growing, fruits and vegetables takes time. The process of healing the land takes time. And so does it with our bodies. If it took you 30 years to get to where you are, then think about how long that process is going to be to take you to rewind. So really, if you want a timeline, for every year that you've been sick, it takes your body about 3 months to heal. So if you started experiencing symptoms a year ago and you're just now starting to really take part in healing your body and attacking those symptoms in a holistic way, then you can expect some changes in about 3 months, or maybe a little bit less if your body is in a place where it's healing a lot quicker than some other people's. And so if you're thinking about a 30-year process, then that's many, many months of healing and sticking to the vision of what your body is responding to when it comes to healing. Another thing that is really fascinating to me, especially with numbers and like when you're looking at the biblical design and how God did things, and on the 7th day, this was the place of completion. And when everything culminated and God said He was going to rest, and everything rested. And so in 7 years, your body actually has gone through a complete process where your skeletal system is not even the same structure that it once was 7 years ago, because it's done this complete reprocessing. You have cellular turnover every 3 months, but after 7 years, you've actually done a complete turnover. Your body is not even the same because you've had this cellular turnover for months on end, and 7 years later, and you've made the complete turnaround. That's like the completion. And so that's kind of really cool in God's biblical design. But another thing that I want to point out on HTMA testing that can give us a real indicator and a real clue as to how fast your body's going to heal or not heal is what's categorized on the trace elements test as slow metabolizers or fast metabolizers. And this test also classifies you as a fast 1, 2, 3, or 4, or a slow 1, 2, 3, or 4. And so if you're like me, I'm a slow 1. This is like, you can't get any slower. Okay. You can't get any slower. And then, so clients who come to me and they have a slow 1 metabolic type, that means that their calcium to phosphorus ratio is showing sluggish, their thyroid is showing sluggish, and their adrenals are sluggish. And so everything has shut down in order to conserve energy. It has slowed down and is kind of in this frozen state where it's conserving every nutrient that it possibly can. And so therefore you have a lack of detoxification. You have a lack of allowing turnover to happen in the body because everything is frozen, shutting down, holding on. And so with someone who is a slow metabolic type like this, then it's going to take a lot longer to heal compared to someone who is in a fast metabolism, who has fast adrenals, fast thyroid, and, showing a really fast metabolic type with that CAP ratio. Then we can expect still, I don't want to say that we could expect faster healing because that's not how it works. It's not just fast or slow. You're moving everything out and you're holding on to everything. Because really, when someone's in that kind of a state, they're burning through so much energy. They have a super hot fire in a really tiny house. And so everything is like being burned through really fast, and they're not holding on to anything. So there needs to be kind of this good balance, right? Of we want to be able to detox and get rid of what we need to, but we also want to hold on to those nutrients that we need to hold on to. And so there's nuance in it with every single person that comes through. And every single body is going to respond differently. Every single person is gonna will have gone through different things in their life. And so the other thing is consistency. If you are really on a journey where you're getting discouraged, consistency is the key. And so stick with eating 3 meals at the same time every day, really hydrating your body. Just get back to the basics. If you're really discouraged, if you're really on an elimination diet that is really discouraging you and you're tired of doing it, go give yourself a reward at the end of the week. Go give yourself something to look forward to so that you have something to encourage you for. Change your routine a little bit. Think outside the box and get creative with what you're doing in your healing journey. Okay. So there's just a few little tidbits for you and what it can look like on the HTMA test if you're looking for holistic healing and how long is this going to take. And so I hope that this really was an encouragement to you, because I know after 4 years of being on this journey and taking care of my body, there are definitely times where I get discouraged. January, I shared with you in the last episode that shingles happened in January and I was devastated. It's like, there's no way. And so as time progressed, I realized, hey, actually, this is probably my immune system waking up and actually taking care of this virus that has just been there. And my body is actually reacting and doing something with it now. But it took me a long time, couple of months, to actually realize, even though I was already out of the healing process from shingles, and realize, oh yeah, that is what's going on. And then the fact that when those with HIV are going through antiretroviral therapy, they actually break out in shingles because their immune system is waking up. I mean, it's just amazing. You start finding all of these little pieces of evidence that are confirming what you thought was going on. So anyways, be blessed. I'll see y'all next week. Bye. Hey ladies, I hope today's episode hit you where you needed it. If it did, take 30 seconds and share it with a friend who's burnt out, praying for relief, and tired of feeling like God's strength is for everyone but her. And if you haven't yet, leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts. It helps more women get the support they've been begging God for. Now I'm off to make my adrenal cocktail and do the slow, steady work that pulled me out of survival mode. I'll meet you back here next Tuesday for another episode. Bye!